my peace, hello my loves, Marhaba, habibetey. You guys, how is everyone doing? Like, that genuinely is my first question. I have a lot I want to talk about tonight, but I just first want to check in. We're coming up on a year since the pandemic broke. Kind of the middle of the winter for a lot of people. I don't know, how are we? How's it going? Let me know down below. I'm like leaning on this box and I don't know how that's looking. Like, am I all bunched up? I don't know. Anyways, today's video is a bit of everything. So if you are here for chatty check-in type of videos, there's a bit of an unboxing, but mainly it's a bigger conversation I kind of wanted to have with you guys. So yeah, to take a step back and start with a conversation, this platform, my channel, has always been something that I come to find solace, to find a happy, uplifting community. For those of you that are newer or who don't know, I started this channel years and years ago because I wanted a positive outlet that was creative, that was a distraction, that was a place that I could go and talk to like-minded, happy people and just kind of forget about anything else going on. And it started definitely solely as a makeup and skincare channel. And I'm sitting in my beauty room. You can see that love has not gone away. And I still film a lot of videos about that, but it evolved into talking about all kinds of things. It was anything that sparked joy and peace and happiness. So I've done a series called And Then the Magic Happened, when I talked about some of the most amazing and life-changing theater I've seen. We've done like chatty videos about health and body positivity and mindfulness, the whole gamut. Like, it's stuff that sparks joy and is positive. And my favorite part, and the reason that even though the schedule of filming may change, the reason I always come back here is because this community is phenomenal. It's one that I've formed. Some of my best friends I've found as a result of being here, and I never would have met them otherwise. But also, even if we only have talked once in one comment somewhere, there's also that amazing fact or that amazing benefit that I've been able to so graciously get to take out of this journey. One comment, one suggestion, one kind word can change a day. It can inspire new behavior. And so I'm just so grateful for this community. I wanted to jump on here because this campaign that Brooks has just launched is called the Runfulness Project. It sparked a bigger conversation to me. So for those of you that have been here for a while, you know that I talk about my running as my meditation in motion. It's the thing that lets me get out of my head and into my body almost. Like, you know, if any of you do yoga, for example, that moment where they tell you to get out of your head, or if you meditate, or if you run, or like I'm sure there's a variety of other activities where really like just like falling in and centering yourself on what you're doing takes getting out of your head. So I've talked about meditation in motion for years. I do want to talk about this campaign specifically, and I will, and I'll unbox what's in the giant box that you would have seen in the thumbnail. But I wanted to have a larger conversation about runfulness, about mindfulness, about what this campaign is all about, because I want to start a bigger conversation with you, my dear sweet friends. So the idea of runfulness is full mindfulness, is being so comfortable in your run that the whole world kind of fades away and you're just in the moment. So the question and the conversation really is about, what is that for you? What is the thing that you do that lets you let go of everything else? I think now more than ever, it is so essential that we have those outlets, because the world can be a very heavy, dark place in general, but we've all gone through this huge collective trauma. There are a few moments in human history where everybody has been leveled on the same playing field in the same way. I am not suggesting that we've all gone through this pandemic with the same circumstances, not in the least. I fully appreciate personally the amount of blessings that I have had in going through this that others may not have. But there is a shared human experience that we have all gone through. And as a result of the way that we've had to interact with that, we've needed this mindfulness, we've needed this rest, this mental break more than ever. So I am asking you guys to join me in a conversation down below about what those things were for you that let you get out of your head. Or if you haven't been able to, let's inspire each other with great suggestions below, or take some time to think about it. For me, again, really interestingly with the launch of this campaign, I have been posting a lot about my running because I've been doing a lot of running. Two of my biggest goals up until now just happened to come somewhat back to back, like a month apart, between running the Dopey Challenge in January and running the Princess Challenge last week, I want to say. If you want to hear more about either of those two things, let me know. I haven't filmed dedicated videos about those challenges, but it was a lot of mileage. So let me know if you guys want to hear about any of that. And so as a result of that, and some fun new Brooks gear that I got, I've been posting, I think, a lot more running content in the last little bit, and I've just been running consistently. So a couple of my friends were like, it's been fun and intriguing and interesting and inspiring to watch all of that like extra running content. You've really been on it. And it made me realize that, yeah, partially because I've had these targets, but also running has been one of the only positive things that I've been able to hold on to through all the closures, through all the stay-at-home orders, through all of that. And it's still gotten to be mine, and I haven't had to let go of it. In a year when we've had to let go of so much, like how much of an amazing blessing is that? Yes, race weekends look differently, but running, the thing that day in and day out made me a happier, more balanced, better person, I've got to keep. And like, I want to celebrate that. How amazing is that? And I want to do everything in my power to make that continue to be such a positive and uplifting thing. So this campaign really couldn't be better timed. As I reach into what's coming next. If anybody is curious, my next race weekend, so to speak, I'm actually wearing the shirt for it. Can you see it a little bit? It says the journey to Vancouver 21. I'm doing what's called the Run Happy combo at the Vancouver Marathon weekend, which is you pick 2 races. So you can run Saturday, Sunday with 2 race distances. So I'm going to be doing a 5-miler on Saturday and a half marathon Sunday, and that'll be for me the last weekend in May. I will leave information for that down below. The Run Happy combo is when you compare 2 distances. So you've got, I want to say, a 5K, a 5-miler, a 10K, a half, and a full. You compare any 2 of those. And I really like it because outside of Run Disney, I haven't seen kind of race combo weekends done very often. It is a virtual challenge, so you've got all of May to run it. I will personally be getting in a car. I mean, unless something changes drastically, I'm planning to get in a car and drive out to Vancouver to do that. I don't know if you guys have felt this way at all, but I need to put something on the calendar. January 1st rolled around, and I looked at the year, and there was some darkness, not gonna lie, as I stared down a year where I was worried to put any plans into action. I've personally decided that I don't want to be on a plane until I'm vaccinated. And so based on the timing of that, it doesn't look like I'm probably going to be able to get vaccinated until the end of the year. So the idea of not going anywhere and not having any concrete plans was kind of adding some doom and gloom. And then Brooks announced this thing and this weekend, and I was very lucky to be able to get gifted the registration, and I decided that it was a sign that I was going to go and I was going to run it by the water by myself, and just plan it as like a really exciting vacation, which again, totally a huge blessing. We're at 11 minutes and I haven't opened this box. I'll put a timestamp in the description if you're just here for what's in this box. But honestly, this video is about this whole conversation. So, of mindfulness, of peace, of balance, getting away, putting something on the calendar is also super important. So let me know what you guys have put on your calendar, whether that's like a couple days off that are dedicated to self-care, whether that's the ability to get away, Whatever that is, let's inspire each other with some positivity down below. So I will post more about Vancouver and my training and the trip itself and all that kind of good stuff, probably on my Instagram, so if you're not following, head over there. But it all kind of ties hand in hand because there's a new pair of shoes in here that I'm excited to break into, which I will also let you know how, I'm sure they're gonna be beautiful and awesome and amazing, but I will give you the full rundown as I put them to the test on the pavement with a lot of mileage. Okay, we talked about mindfulness. We talked about all the fun things. We're gonna inspire each other with our journeys. But let's dig into this box. So the first thing that I love is this logo, like, is the artwork. I'm sure it took a lot of collective effort, and I don't know, there's something about the font choice. I don't know if any of you guys are this way. Are you guys all like, anybody a big font junkie? I just find that like it looks like such a happy font, and it just, you know, your head being in the clouds and peaceful. Anyways, I'm also a big fan of blue, if you haven't noticed, so I'm fully into this. Okay. So the first thing in this box is this little doodad, which at first I didn't know what it was, and then I remembered my good buddy Noel has one. She travels with me all the time. So it comes flat like this, and then you like clip it together, and it becomes a little like catch-all. Noel has one for travel. This is, by the way, if you're completely new here and you don't know, hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a rambler and I go on many tangents. So you're gonna get that here. She uses these when we, well, remember those days when we used to travel and go to hotels? Like if you're putting jewelry, watches, phones, like it's a nice little catch-all that you can put. So the idea behind this in this package is that you want to leave all your distractions behind. Has anybody found, as of late, that you are super scatterbrained? I like can't sit down and do something for 10 minutes without like needing to check my Instagram, needing to check news updates, needing to check my email. I don't know if it's because we've been in this like state of things keep changing every 5 minutes, but the idea of having like a physical container to go, I am checking all the things in here that I don't need to take with me on this run. But also like, I fully want to like look at this thing after I leave the stuff that I need behind and be like, I'm also leaving all of these mental notes in here. You don't want to think about it till I get back. And I think as a visual cue of the things I'm leaving behind, the other thing that's in this package that I think is adorable and will help me do that is this little board. Like there's this little whiteboard with a pen. So I can write like, I am leaving behind the anxiety of checking on the recent health updates, or the need to check in on Instagram and make sure that all my friends are okay, or whatever it is. So I can like give myself some notes before I go out or before I start the day. Like this is I think you can probably get something like this anywhere because it's a magnetic back. I think I'll put this on my fridge, and like every morning I'll write things that I want to let go of for the day. And then at the end of the day when I come back, I can check in on how I did. I think it's a really cool idea for just being present and mindful and engaged in the moment, you know, and letting go of the things that are adding anxiety and stress unnecessarily to our days. Okay, the other really cute thing that's in here is a pen and a journal to take some notes on how runs have gone. I find that in my running, I do a lot of my best thinking. Do any of you have activities like that where not only is it a nice distraction, but it's where you do your best thinking? So I'm going to make a commitment here and now that any of the things that I think of, any of the topics that I think would be really fun for us to talk about, any big revelations, I'm gonna put in there and then share with you guys. Again, if it's a quick thing, snap it and throw it on Instagram. And if it's a bigger conversation, come here and have that conversation with you. Speaking of which, if there are things that you guys want me to talk about, or there are topics that are on your mind that you guys want to talk about, let me know. I'm always here for the suggestions. And are we ready for the stars of the show? I think we are. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. These are the new glycerin shoes. Yeah, it's a very pretty box, right? Did you see the shoes in the box? No, because they're still inside the box. So these are the new glycerin 19s. And they are pretty. Look at it. I feel like somebody at Brooks knows that I love pink. And so they send me shoes with pink in them. And I'm obsessed. Did you guys, someone, I think it was either Lori or Charlie in my last video were like, oh, or was it? I'm so sorry if it was another one of you. I think it's one of the two of you, but it could have been somebody else. Who was like, I thought you were gonna start petting the shoes, and I'm like, yeah, because they're so pretty. So I'm gonna move these closer so you can see there's like a sparkle in them. Okay, I'm fully aware that how pretty shoes are is no real indication of how well they perform, but can we just have a moment? Have you guys seen that meme where they're like, nobody asked me if my shoes make me run fast today, being an adult sucks. Like, you remember when we were little and they were like, oh, do your shoes make you run fast? Or do they light up? And like, there's a whole fascination with it. I feel like we need to bring that back. So first and foremost, I think these are really pretty. They come in cute colors. The other thing about the glycerins that I like is they have, depending on what your need is, they have the GTS, so the go-to support, or the neutral version. I find that I like support, and they basically have guide rails, like the other ones that I showed you in the other unboxing. So they keep your foot kind of straight in how it points. But if you find that that's too much for you, they have ones without the support. So I will put these to the test. Other than they're beautiful and I love them and I think they're really pretty, I should actually run in them. The science is there. Like, these have been a tried and trusted shoe anyways. All the new stuff they've put in them makes me excited about them actually being the kind of shoe that you can just get lost in. Like, your feet, you'll forget about them because they're comfy. But I do want to do what I always do with anything that I try, which is I will go run in them a whole bunch, and I will tell you more about the experience on probably Instagram or in a favorites video, which I haven't filmed in a while. But anyways, I'm super excited about these. I love this campaign. I love the idea of getting lost in something healthy and productive and letting go and coming back to everything just refreshed and rejuvenated and conscious of what's important, right? Like, if there's another thing this year has taught us, is what is important in life. What are the things that matter and what are the things that don't, you know? Like, what are the things that you are excited and looking forward to getting back into when it is safe to do so, and what are things that you are excited to let go of even when they become options for you to do? Let me know all of that good stuff down below. Okay, I feel like I've sufficiently talked for tonight. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have any comments. Let's keep the conversation going down in the comment section down below. How many times I've said that. And I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this positive community that just always gives me a chance to talk, to share, to feel supported and loved. And that is one of the things that I will not take for granted, and I so appreciate. Alrighty, let's do points of positivity before I go for the day. My first point of positivity is this really cool campaign and the opportunity to have a bigger conversation with all of you about it. The second point, my second point of positivity, is this purple eyeshadow. Can we just, oh, I love purple eyeshadow. I love sparkly eyeshadow in general, and this stuff I'm into. My third point of positivity, it is a Friday night, and I'm excited to get some rest and relaxation this weekend, and to hopefully get out for some Runfulness miles, some Runfulness inspired miles. Yeah, let's go with that. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see you soon, and I will leave you with reminding you that life is just way too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.